Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Nuta, the Crochet World, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please subscribe to my channel, like, share and comment on my videos. And today we're going to do this beautiful pattern for a summer hat. Here it is. It looks like this. It's here, and for this particular project I've used my 100% cotton yarn. I've used this 5 mm of the hook for this particular project, and here for this one I've used about 80 to 90 grams of yarn. And the measurement of this hat is, this one is perfect for an adult measurement. The top circumference of this hat is about 6 inches or 15.5 centimeters. Here it is. And the height of this hat is about 9 inches or 3.5 inches or 9 centimeters long. Here, this one. So this is the height, and then you have this flap out. Here it is. So these are the measurements. Let's begin. So here it is. We will start with the magic circle, and here it is. And now here I'm gonna have a chain 1. So just have a chain 1. Now this chain 1 is not a stitch. I've just made this chain 1 to secure this magic circle. Now here for our round number 1, we're gonna need 7 single crochets into this magic circle. So for that, just insert your hook into this magic circle and grab a yarn and have your 1 single crochet. Go to this next one, insert your hook, grab a yarn and have your 2nd single crochet, and that's gonna be your 3rd single crochet, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So here it is. Have your 7 single crochets for your round number 1, and tighten up your work, tighten up your circle, just pull this loose end, and here it is. It looks like this. Now we will go to this first stitch. So this is our first stitch, our first single crochet, and I will insert my hook into this first stitch here. Here it is. And we'll grab the yarn. Now I'm gonna have 2 loops on my hook. Now I will yarn over and will pull my yarn through 2 loops, and that's going to be my first single crochet of my round number 2. Now remember, here we are working on a spiral way, so we will not finish up our rounds with a slip stitch and then we'll have a chain 1 or something. I will straightway start my next round with 1 single crochet. So here it is. For your round number 1, have your 7 single crochets, and now for your round number 2, you're gonna have 2 single crochets into each stitch. So in total we're gonna have 14 single crochets, and for that we got this first single crochet into this first stitch. Now here I'm just gonna insert my hook again into the same stitch, and we'll grab the yarn and we'll have a 2nd single crochet. Go to this next one, insert your hook, grab a yarn and have your 2 single crochets here. Now keep on having 2 single crochets into each stitch from your previous round, and by the end of this round, round number 2, we're gonna have our 14 single crochets, 1, 4, and I'm gonna meet you after that. Here it is. Here it is. At the end of my round number 2, I got this 14 single crochets. Here it is. It looks like this, and now this is our first stitch of our round number 2. So here we will have our first stitch of our round number 3. I've just taken out this stitch marker. Just insert your hook into this first stitch, grab a yarn and have your 1 single crochet here, and now just have this stitch marker back on. Always remember to have your stitch marker on every first stitch of your every round, so that you will remember that which round you have been working on, which is your first stitch. So here it is. Have your this first stitch. This is your first stitch of your round number 3, and now we will go to this next stitch. So here we're gonna have only 1 stitch, and now we will go to the 2nd stitch, and here we're gonna have 2 single crochets into this 1 stitch. So here it is. Insert your hook, grab a yarn and have your 2 single crochets here. So it's 1 and 2. Again we will go to this next stitch, and here we're gonna have only 1 single crochet. So insert your hook, grab a yarn and have 1 single crochet, and now go to this next stitch, and here into this 1 stitch we're gonna have 2 single crochets. So here it is. It's 1 and 2. Now keep on having one single crochet and two single crochets, one single crochet and two single crochets. Keep on repeating this pattern for this round, round number 3, and by the end you're going to have your 21 single crochets. So again, into this next stitch I'm going to have one single crochet, into this next stitch I'm going to have two single crochets into this one stitch. Again, into this one stitch I'm going to have only one single crochet, and into this next stitch I'm going to have two single crochets into this one stitch. Keep on repeating this pattern, and I'm going to meet you at the end with my 21 single crochets. And here it is. At the end of my this round, round number 3, I got my this 21 single crochets. Now for my round number 4, I will again take out my this stitch marker and will insert my hook into my this first stitch, and will grab the yarn, and will have one single crochet here. And now I will have my the stitch marker back on, so that I will remember that this is my first stitch of my round number 4. And now here for round number 4, have one single crochet into this one stitch, go to this next stitch, and here we will have two single crochets into this one stitch. So here it is, it's 1 and 2, and now we will go to this next stitch, and here we're going to have only one single crochet. So insert your hook, grab a yarn, and have one single crochet, and we will repeat our this pattern all the way around on our this round, round number 4, and by the end of our this round, round number 4, we will have 28 single crochets. So again, we will go to this one stitch and we will have one single crochet only. We will go to this next stitch, we will have two single crochets here, so it's 1 and 2, and we will go to this next stitch and we will have only one single crochet. Again, we will go to this next stitch, have one single crochet, go to this next one and have two single crochets into this one stitch, so it's 1 and 2, and again go to this next stitch and have one single crochet only. So here it is, we are working on parts of 4 4 4 stitches, and keep on repeating this pattern all the way around, and I'm going to meet you at the end. And here it is. By the end of this round, round number 4, I got my this 28 single crochets, and it looks like this. And now I'm just going to take out my this stitch marker, and I will insert my hook into my this first stitch, and will have my first single crochet here of my round number 5. Have your this stitch marker back on, and here first 3 stitches we will have one single crochet into each stitch. So have your one single crochet here, this is your first single crochet. Go to this next one, insert your hook and grab a yarn and have your one single crochet, and go to this next one and have one single crochet. So here it is, we got one single crochet into each stitch for our this first 3 stitches, and now into this 4th stitch we will have two single crochets into this one stitch. So insert your hook, grab a yarn and have one single crochet, and have your second single crochet into that same stitch. And here it is. Now we are going to repeat our this pattern all the way around on our this round, round number 5, and by the end of our this round, round number 5, we will have 35 single crochets. So again, first 3 stitches have one single crochet into each stitch, so it's 1 2 and 3, and into this 4th stitch have two single crochets into this one stitch, so it's 1 and 2. Keep on repeating this pattern all the way around, and I'm going to meet you at the end with my 35 single crochets. And here it is. At the end of my this round, round number 5, I got my 35 single crochets. Now for my round number 6, I will take out my stitch marker. I will go to this first stitch, insert your hook, grab a yarn and have your first single crochet here. Now have your stitch marker back on. Now here, first 2 stitches we will have one single crochet into each stitch. So here it is, we got over this one single crochet. Go to this next one and have your one single crochet into this one stitch. Now we will go to this 3rd stitch, and into this 3rd stitch we will have two single crochets into this one stitch. So here it is, it's 1 and 2. Now we will go to this next 2 stitches, and here we're going to have one single crochet into each stitch. So here it is, it's 1 and 2, and we got our the 6 stitches here. Now we're going to repeat our this pattern all the way on this round, round number 6, and by the end of this round number 6 we are going to have our 42 single crochets. So here it is, again first 2 stitches we will have one single crochet into each stitch, so it's 1 and 2, and on this 3rd stitch have two single crochets into this one stitch, it's 1 and 2, and for this next 2 stitches we will have one single crochet into each stitch. So here it is, it's 1 and 2, and you got your another 6 stitches here. Now keep on repeating this pattern all the way, and by the end you're going to have your 42 stitches, and I'm going to meet you at the end of this round, round number 6. And here it is. By the end of this round, round number 6, I got my this 42 single crochets. And now for my next round, round number 7, I will just take out my this stitch marker and will insert my hook into my this first stitch, and we'll have 1 single crochet here. Have your the stitch marker back on, and here first 5 stitches we will have 1 single crochet into each stitch. So here it is. We got over this first single crochet, go to this next one and have 1 single crochet, go to this next one and have 1 single crochet, have you this 4th single crochet, and you're this 5th single crochet. So here it is. First 5 stitches we will have 1 single crochet into each stitch. It's 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. And now into this 6th stitch, have 2 single crochets into this 1 stitch. So here it is. It's 1 and 2 here, and we got our this 7 stitches here. Now we're going to repeat our this pattern all the way around on our this round, round number 7, and by the end of this round, round number 7, we are going to have our 49 stitches. So again, first 5 stitches we will have 1 single crochet into each stitch. So it's 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 5, and have your this 2 single crochets into this 6th stitch. So here you got your this next 7 stitches. Now repeat this pattern all the way around, and I'm going to meet you at the end. And here it is. At the end of my this round, round number 7, I got my this 49 single crochets. And now for my round number 8, I will take out my this stitch marker and I will insert my hook into my this first stitch. We'll grab the yarn and we'll have 1 single crochet here, and have your this stitch marker back on. And now first 3 stitches we will have 1 single crochet into each stitch. So here we got over this 1 stitch. We will go to this next 2 stitches and have 1 single crochet into each stitch. So it's 1 and 2. So here it is. We got 3 single crochets, 1 single crochet into each stitch. Now go to this 4th stitch and have 2 single crochets into this 1 stitch. So it's 1 and 2. Now next 3 stitches we will have 1 single crochet into each stitch. So it's 1, 2 and 3. Now this is our 8 stitches, and we will repeat our this pattern all the way around on our this round, round number 8, and by the end we are going to have our 56 single crochets. So again, first 3 stitches we are going to have 1 single crochet into each stitch. So it's 1, 2 and 3. And now into this 4th stitch, have 2 single crochets into this 1 stitch, and again next 3 stitches have 1 single crochet into this each stitch. So it's 1, 2 and 3 here. Now repeat this pattern, and I'm going to meet you at the end. And here it is. At the end of my this round, round number 8, I got my this 56 stitches, and it looks like this. Now for round number 9, take out your this stitch marker, go to this first stitch, insert your hook, and have your this first stitch, have your this stitch marker back on. This is the first stitch of your round number 9. Now here for our round number 9, first 7 stitches we will have 1 single crochet into each stitch. So here it is. Have 1 single crochet here. This is our 2nd single crochet, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. And now into this 8th stitch we will have 2 single crochets into this 1 stitch. So here it is. It's 1 and 2, and you got 9 stitches here on this round, round number 9. And we're going to repeat our this pattern all the way around on our this round, round number 9, and by the end of our this round, round number 9, we're going to have our 63 stitches. So here it is. Again, first 7 stitches have 1 single crochet into each stitch, and into this 8th stitch have 2 single crochets into this 1 stitch. Again, have 1 single crochet into each stitch for next 7 stitches, and into this 8th stitch have 2 single crochets into that 1 stitch. Keep on repeating this pattern, and I'm going to meet you at the end. And here it is. At the end of my this round, round number 9, I got my this 63 single crochets. Now for my round number 10, I will go to this first stitch. So just take out your stitch marker, go to this first stitch, insert your hook, grab your yarn, and have your 1 single crochet here. Have your stitch marker back on. Now for our round number 10, we are going to have 1 single crochet into each stitch for our first 4 stitches. So here it is. This is our first single crochet. That's 2, 3 and 4. Now into this 5th stitch, we're going to have 2 single crochets into this 1 stitch. So it's 1 and 2. And now again, next 4 stitches, we will have 1 single crochet into each stitch. So it's 1, 2, 3 and 4. And here it is. We're going to repeat about this pattern all the way around on our this round number 10. So here it is. Again, we're going to have 1 single crochet into each stitch for first 4 stitches. Into this 5th stitch, have 2 single crochets into that 1 stitch. Then again, next 4 stitches have 1 single crochet into each stitch. Keep on repeating this pattern, and by the end of this round number 10, we're going to have our 70 single crochets, 70, and I'm going to meet you at the end here. And here it is. At the end of this round number 10, my work looks like this. And now for my round number 11, I will take out this stitch marker and I will insert my hook into this first stitch, and we'll have 1 single crochet here. Have the stitch marker back on, and now here we're gonna have 1 single crochet into each stitch for next 9 stitches. So here it is. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. So I have 9 stitches here. And now for this 10th stitch, we're going to have 2 single crochets into this 1 stitch. So it's 1 and 2, and here it is. It looks like this. So here it is. First 9 stitches, we're going to have 1 single crochet into each stitch, and into this 10th stitch, we're going to have 2 single crochets into this 1 stitch. Now keep on repeating this pattern all the way on our this round number 11, and by the end of this round, we're going to have our 77 single crochets, 77 stitches. So here it is again. First 9 stitches, have 1 single crochet into each stitch, and into this 10th stitch, have 2 single crochets into that 1 stitch. Keep on repeating this pattern, and I'm going to meet you at the end. And here it is. After my round number 11, I got this 77 single crochets, and now for my round number 12, I will have 1 single crochet into each stitch. So here it is. For that, I'm just gonna take out this stitch marker, and I will go to this first stitch, and we'll have 1 single crochet here, and have the stitch marker back on. Now keep on having 1 single crochet into each stitch all the way around, and by the end of this round number 12, we're gonna have our 77 single crochets. So here we're gonna not increase any stitches. We are keep on working on our same number of stitches. So keep on having 1 single crochet into each stitch, and by the end of this round number 12, we will have our 77 stitches, and I'm gonna meet you at the end. 1 single crochet into each stitch from your previous round. Here it is. And here it is. After my round number 12, it looks like this, and I got this 77 stitches. Now for my round number 13, I will still work in a spiral way, and I will start building my pattern for this hat. And for this, for my round number 13, here it is. Just take out this stitch marker and go to this first stitch. Now here, as we are building our pattern, I will take the back loop of this first stitch. So here it is. I will not insert my hook like this. I will insert my hook into the back loop of this first stitch like this, and we'll grab the yarn, and we'll have 1 back loop single crochet, and this is the first stitch of my round number 13. Have the stitch marker back on, and now for the second stitch, I'm gonna have 1 double crochet. So for that, I will yarn over and will insert my hook into this second stitch, and we'll have 1 double crochet here like this. Now we're gonna repeat this pattern all the way around on our round number 13. So again, we will go to this next stitch, insert your hook into this next stitch, and have your back loop single crochet, and go to this next stitch, and here we're gonna have a double crochet. Remember, our double crochet is not a back loop stitch, it's a regular double crochet. So for that, yarn over and go to this next stitch, insert your hook, grab your yarn, take both the loops here, and have your double crochet, and it looks like this. Again, go to this next stitch, this one, and have your 1 back loop single crochet. So here it is. Insert your hook into the back loop of this next stitch, and have your 1 single crochet, a back loop single crochet Now go to this next stitch, and here we're going to have one regular double crochet. Remember, not the back loop stitch, a regular double crochet. So for that, yarn over and insert your hook into this next stitch, take both loops and have your double crochet here. Here it is. Now we are going to repeat over this pattern, one back loop single crochet and one double crochet, one back loop single crochet and one double crochet all the way around on over this round number 13. And as we have odd numbers of stitches, as we have 77 numbers of stitches, we are not going to have any increase in here. So the last stitch will be a back loop single crochet. So here it is. As you start with one back loop single crochet, you will end with one back loop single crochet. Now keep on repeating this pattern all the way around, and I'm going to meet you at the end. And here it is. I'm at the end of this round number 13, and I'm on my this 76th stitch. So here it is. I've got my this last double crochet, and now I will go to the 77th stitch, my last stitch, and we'll have a back loop single crochet, and this is the end of my round number 13. Now for my round number 14, I will take out my this stitch marker, and I will go to this first single crochet, a back loop single crochet, and here I'm going to have one double crochet. So for that, yarn over, insert your hook into both the loops here like this, and have your one double crochet. So here it is. We are working on our two different rows here. This is our row number 13 and our row number 14, but we will not split our pattern. So here it is. It's here. Now have your this stitch marker back on your this first stitch of your round number 14, and now we will repeat the pattern. So again, we will go to this next double crochet, and here we're going to have one back loop single crochet. So go to this next stitch, insert your hook, and have your one back loop single crochet. Go to this one single crochet, and here we're going to have one regular double crochet. So for that, yarn over and insert your hook into this next stitch, into this next back loop single crochet, and here it is, here. Go to this next stitch and have your one regular double crochet. Here it is. Again, go to this next stitch. That's going to be your one double crochet, and here on top of this double crochet have your one back loop single crochet. Now go to this next stitch, and here have one double crochet. So yarn over and insert your hook and have your one double crochet. Again, go to this next stitch. That's going to be your double crochet. Insert your hook, grab yarn, have your back loop single crochet here, and go to this next stitch and have one regular double crochet. Now keep on repeating this pattern all the way around on this round number 14. And again, as we're working on odd numbers of stitches, our last stitch will be a double crochet. Because we start with a double crochet, we will finish with a double crochet in here. So keep on repeating your pattern, and I'm going to meet you at the end. And remember, in total you're going to have your 77 numbers of stitches, and I'm going to meet you at the end here. And here it is. I'm on my this 76th stitch of my this round number 14, and for my last stitch, my stitch number 77, I'm going to have my this one double crochet here, and it looks like this. Here it is. This is the end of my round number 14 here. And now we're going to repeat our this round number 13 and 14 until our round number 22. And I'm going to meet you after my round number 22. So here it is. Again, for your round number 15, we will repeat our round number 13 here. So take out the stitch marker, go to this first stitch and have one back loop single crochet here. Do not forget to have your stitch marker back on your every round, every first stitch. And now go to this next stitch and have your one regular double crochet. Keep on repeating this pattern. Keep on repeating your round number 13 here for this round number 15. And I'm going to meet you at the end. Here. And here it is. For my round number 15, I've repeated my round number 13 here, and now for my round number 16, I will repeat my round number 14. So for that, I'm going to have one regular double crochet here as my first stitch. Here it is. Do not forget to have a stitch marker back on. And now I will repeat the pattern. So I'm going to go to the second stitch and we'll have a back loop single crochet. Go to this next one and have one double crochet, go to this next stitch and have one back loop, single crochet. Now keep on repeating this pattern all the way until the end of this round, and by the end of this round, round number 16, again we're going to have our 77 numbers of stitches, and I'm going to meet you after my round number 22. And here it is. After my round number 22, it looks like this here. Now for your round number 23, I'm here. Now I will take out my this stitch marker and I will go to this first stitch. Now here for my round number 23, I will have one regular single crochet. So for that, just insert your hook into both the loops here like this, grab a yarn and have one regular single crochet. Remember, I'm not having a back loop single crochet. We have finished our pattern in here. So here I'm just gonna have one regular single crochet, and this is gonna be my first stitch. So I'm just gonna have a stitch marker here like this. And now here for first 5 stitches, we will have one single crochet into each stitch. So here it is, have one single crochet here, go to this next stitch and have one single crochet here, go to this next one and have one single crochet. And remember, I'm having regular single crochets here, so that's 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 here like this. So first 5 stitches, have one single crochet into each stitch, and now into the 6th stitch we're gonna have 2 single crochets into this one stitch. So here it is, it's 1 and 2. Again, next 5 stitches we will have one single crochet into each stitch. So here it is, it's 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 here. So here it is, this is our 12 stitches, and we're going to repeat our this pattern all the way around on our this round, round number 23. So again, for our first 5 stitches, our next first 5 stitches, we will have one single crochet into each stitch. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and into the 6th stitch we will have 2 single crochets into this one stitch, and then next 5 stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, we will have one single crochet into each stitch, and that's how we will finish our set of 12 single crochets. And keep on repeating that pattern all the way around, and by the end you're going to have your 84 single crochets, and I'm going to meet you after my round number 23 with my 84 single crochets. And here it is. At the end of my round number 23, I got my this 84 single crochets. Now for my round number 24, I will take out my this stitch marker, and here first 11 stitches we will have one single crochet into each stitch. So here it is, insert your hook into this first stitch and have your one single crochet here, and have your the stitch marker back on. And now first 11 stitches we will have one single crochet for each stitch. So here it is, it's one single crochet. We will go to this second stitch, have your second single crochet, 3, 10 and 11. Here it is, first 11 stitches have one single crochet into each stitch, and into this 12th stitch we will have 2 single crochets into this one stitch. So it's 1 and 2, and here it is, it looks like this. Now we're going to repeat our this pattern all the way around on our this round, round number 24, and by the end of our this round, round number 24, we're going to have 91 single crochet. So total number of stitches will be 91 stitches, and I'm going to meet you at the end here. And here it is, after my round number 24, it looks like this, and I got my this 91 stitches. Now for round number 25, I'm just going to take out my this stitch marker, and I will go to this first stitch and have your one single crochet here, have your stitch marker back on. And now here first 6 stitches we will have one single crochet into each stitch. So here it is, this is our first stitch, go to this next one and have one single crochet, go to this next one and have one single crochet, that's our third single crochet, 4, 5 and 6. Here it is. So first 6 stitches have one single crochet into each stitch. Now into the 7th stitch we will have 2 single crochets into this one stitch, 1 and 2 here. Now again, next 6 stitches we will have 1 single crochet into each stitch. So here it is, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Here it is. And we got our this 14 stitches, and we will repeat our this pattern all the way around for our this round number 25, and by the end of our round number 25 we will have our 98 stitches. So total number of stitches will be 98 single crochets. So keep on repeating this pattern, keep on having your this 14 stitches. So again, next 6 stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, have 1 single crochet into each stitch. Into the 7th stitch, have 2 single crochets into this 1 stitch, and again next 7 stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, have 1 single crochet into each stitch, and keep on repeating this pattern, and I'm going to meet you at the end. And here it is, at the end of my this round number 25, I got my this 98 stitches. And now for my round number 26, I will take out my this stitch marker, and I will insert my hook into my this first stitch, and we'll have 1 single crochet here. Have your stitch marker back on, and now here for round number 26, first 13 stitches we will have 1 single crochet into each stitch. So here it is, it's 1, 2, 3, 11, 12 and 13. So here it is, first 13 stitches, 1, 3, have 1 single crochet into each stitch, and now into this 14th stitch have 2 single crochets into this 1 stitch, 1 and 2, and this is the set of 15 single crochets, and we're going to repeat our this set all the way around on our this round number 26, and by the end of our this round number 26, we're going to have 105 stitches. So it's going to be 105 stitches all the way around on our round number 26. So keep on repeating this pattern. So again, first 13 stitches, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 and 13. Next 13 stitches, have 1 single crochet into each stitch. Go to this stitch number 14th and have 2 single crochets into this 1 stitch. Keep on repeating this pattern, and I'm going to meet you at the end. And here it is, at the end of my this round number 26, I got my this 105 stitches. And now for my round number 27, I will take out my this stitch marker, will insert my hook into my this first stitch and have 1 single crochet into my this first stitch. That's going to be my first stitch. So I will have my this stitch marker on. Now here for first 7 stitches, we will have 1 single crochet into each stitch. So here it is, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Here it is. First 7 stitches, have 1 single crochet into each stitch. Go to this next stitch, into this 8th stitch, and have 2 single crochets into this 1 stitch. It's 1 and 2. Again, next 7 stitches, we will have 1 single crochet into each stitch. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. And here it is. This is the set of 16 stitches. So here it is, first 7 stitches, have 1 single crochet into each stitch. Into this 8th stitch, have 2 single crochets into this 1 stitch, and again next 7 stitches we will have 1 single crochet into each stitch. And we're going to repeat our this pattern all the way around on our this round number 27, and by the end of this round we're going to have our 112 stitches, 1, 1, 2, and I'm going to meet you at the end here. And here it is, at the end of my this round number 27, I got my this 112 stitches. Now for my round number 28, here I will take out my this stitch marker, and here first 15 stitches I will have 1 single crochet into each stitch. So have you this first single crochet here, have you this stitch marker back on, and have 1 single crochet into each stitch for first 15 stitches. So it's 1, 2, 3 and 15. So here it is, first 15 stitches, have 1 single crochet into each stitch, and into this 16th stitch have 2 single crochets into this one stitch. Here it is, it looks like this. And now keep on repeating this pattern. You're gonna have your 17 stitches. We're gonna work on this set of 17 stitches and go all the way around, and by the end you're gonna have 119 stitches, and I'm gonna meet you at the end here. And here it is at the end of my round number 28. It looks like this. I got my 119 stitches, and now for my round number 29, I will have my first stitch here. So just take out this stitch marker, insert your hook, and have your one stitch here. Have your stitch marker back on, and now here first 8 stitches we will have 1 single crochet into each stitch. So here it is, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Here it is. First 8 stitches, have 1 single crochet into each stitch. Go to this 9th stitch and have 2 single crochets into this one stitch. It's 1 and 2. Here it is. And again, next 8 stitches we will have 1 single crochet into each stitch. So here it is, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Here it is. And now we got our 18 stitches. So here we got the set of 18 stitches, and we're going to repeat this pattern all the way on this round number 29. So again, first 8 stitches, have 1 single crochet into each stitch. Into stitch number 9, have 2 single crochets into that one stitch, and then again next 8 stitches, have 1 single crochet into each stitch. Keep on repeating this pattern, and by the end of this round number 29, we're gonna have 126 stitches, and I'm gonna meet you at the end here. And here it is. After my round number 29, I got my 126 stitches, and it looks like this. Now, for our last round number 30, I'm here, and I will go to this first stitch. Now for that, I'm just going to take out this stitch marker, and I will insert my hook into this first stitch here, and we'll grab the yarn and we'll have a slip stitch here. Remember to have a slip stitch. Now here, I will chain 1. Now this one is our slip stitch, and this is our first stitch. Because we are going to work at the back, I will count this, my last stitch, as my first stitch of my round number 30. So here it is, this is our slip stitch, chain 1 and loosen up your work on your hook here, and we will go to this first stitch. Remember, this is our slip stitch, and we will go to this first stitch. So here it is, just go to this first stitch here, just like this, insert your hook into this first stitch and grab your yarn. Here it is, you're going to have 2 loops on your hook. Now yarn over for one more time and insert your hook again into that same stitch and grab your yarn. Here it is. Now you're going to have 4 loops on your hook. Now yarn over and pull your yarn through all 4 loops. Here it is. Now if you want, you can have a stitch marker here. This is our first stitch of our round number 29. So you can have your stitch marker here. It's completely optional. Now we will start working at the back. So again, we will skip over this next stitch, this one, and we will go to the stitch after that. Remember, we are working at the back now. So we will go to this stitch and we are going to repeat our pattern. This one is a bin stitch. So we are going to have our bin stitches, but we were working our bin stitches on the wrong side, on the back side. So here it is. I will just have a chain 1 here. So do not forget to have a chain 1. Skip this next stitch, go to the stitch after that and have next bin stitch here. So just insert your hook like this and grab your yarn. You're going to have 2 loops on your hook. Now yarn over and insert your hook again into that same stitch and grab your yarn. While you're doing this, just keep that in mind that your yarn is not stuck on this last stitch. It should be like this. Here it is. Now you're going to have 4 loops on your hook. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Yarn over and spool your yarn through all 4 loops, chain 1. Here it is. Again, we are going to skip over this next stitch. We will go to the stitch after that, and we are going to have our 1 more bin stitch here. So just insert your hook directly into this stitch and grab your yarn. You're going to have 2 loops on your hook. Now yarn over and insert your hook again into that same stitch here and grab your yarn. Here it is. While doing this, just keep that in mind that your yarn is not stuck on this previous stitch. Here it is. You're going to have 4 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull your yarn through all 4 loops, chain 1. Here it is. Now keep on repeating this pattern all the way around, and I'm going to meet you at the end. So again, we're going to have over this chain 1, we're going to skip over this next stitch, we will go to the stitch after that, and we're going to have our 1 bin stitch. So insert your hook into this stitch, grab your yarn over, and insert your hook again into that same stitch and grab your yarn. You're going to have 4 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull your yarn through 4 loops, and here it is. Keep on repeating this pattern, and I'm going to meet you after that. And here it is. I got my this last stitch here. Now I'm here, and I'm just going to take out my this stitch marker. Now, as this was our first stitch of round number 29, that's going to be our last stitch of round number 30. So here it is. Just take out the stitch marker and have your this chain 1. We're going to skip over this last stitch here, and we will go to this 1 chain 1 and insert your hook into this chain 1 here. Grab your yarn and pull your yarn through all of your loops here. Like this. Just tighten up your stitch, and here it is. It's all done. Now we will cut our yarn, so just cut your yarn and secure this last stitch. Now hide your this ends in, and I'm going to meet you after that. And here it is. Our beautiful summer hat is ready. It looks like this, and here it is. It looks like this from inside, and here it is. And I hope you have liked my today's tutorial. If you have liked, please like, share and comment on my videos, and please subscribe to my channel, and I will see you into the next video. Till then, bye.